Good day, everybody. Again, thank you for taking the time to jump into this video. And if you're jumping into this, if you've read the newsletter or if you're jumping into this topic cold, as you can see from the screen, we're going to be talking about CTV. So what is CTV? If you're not familiar with the nomenclature, is connected TV. I work in digital marketing and I help brands and agencies manage programmatic inventory and digital marketing and a lot of these different areas. So buying media is something that, again, is really important to making sure that your brand is connecting with your audience. And so connected TV is a really important pillar of digital media. So when you look at, again, TV, TV was something that, again, most of us, I'm 46 years old, when I was growing up, didn't even have cable. It was just the antenna. And we had like 5 channels that we had to go up and click. So it was, yes, I am that old. So as the years have gone on, everything changes, right? And connected TV is one of those things that has really exploded. Earlier this year, we've gotten to the point that we've crested over streaming versus cable. So we now have more people streaming their TV content than are getting it from the cable providers. So what does that mean? If you're watching this video and you're interested in digital media and marketing and these different things, connected TV is an important piece to your marketing message. So we know that Google is important. We know that, again, SEO is important. We know that, streaming audio and digital display and all these things, right? They're all critical pieces now, and they all have varying degrees of importance depending on who you're trying to reach and where you're trying to reach them. But when you look at connected TV, it's where most people are really consuming their TV content. So as a brand, as a marketer who's concerned about reaching these people, you need to be in this area to effectively have enough reach to the potential customers that you want to talk to. So that's where, again, my job and what I have the access through the digital platforms that I work with is to be able to get the message to land in front of those. So this article, and it's from Media Post, speaks to the fact that brands have a lot of room to grow. So even though we're in connected TV for a couple years now, it still has a lot of potential. So you can see here that there are a lot of households that are consuming a lot of media. But what this article speaks to is that there's lots of platforms and companies that are out there evaluating, how much media is being consumed and, who's consuming it. And this article specifically outlines the fact that there's a lot of room to grow. So what does that mean? It means that there's a lot of people consuming advertising and content online, but there's a lot of room for campaigns to do more to reach more people. So in our world, we talk a lot about reach and frequency. So reach is talking about how many people are seeing the ad. Frequency is how often are they seeing the ad. What's really fascinating in my household, so I have a lot of kids and, they're watching streaming TV. And there's these, pharmaceutical ads that keep playing over and over and over and over again. So why is that? And my kids even make fun of it. These different, commercials that they're seeing, they see them so much that they start making fun of it. So this article connected with me because it speaks to the fact that inventory is available to be purchased, and the only ones that are purchasing it right now are the heavy hitters within the pharmaceutical world. So these pharmaceutical companies and others like Procter and Gamble and your Pepsis and Cokes and GMs and your typical advertising titans are out there buying up this media. But the fact that they're buying multiple spots speaks to the fact that there's multiple spots available. So what this article again highlights, and what I see in my own personal consumption, what my kids see, is the fact that there's a lot of ability to go out there and dip into this environment and get the ability to reach these people and have higher frequency. So again, when you look at what are you trying to accomplish and why is connected TV important? And I wanted to jump into this. And so when you look at, again, what do I do when I'm speaking to advertisers? We talk about the full funnel journey. So we want to push the marketing message to the right individual, but we also want to pull these people back and get them to convert. So when you look at connected TV, it's an important place to reach people because there's a lot of data that's involved. So when people consume media, when they're engaging with things online, when they're doing research, all those data sets are available for us to purchase, to intend on. So if we know that somebody's researching cars or if they're researching, a home purchase, all of that is behavioral data that you can target. So how do you target it? You can use connected TV to reach that person on their TV device and make sure that your message about who you are reaches an audience that's interested. So they may be doing keyword research or they're visiting websites and they're showing that they have this desire or this behavior, and now you're starting to reach those. The other thing is that location. So one of the things that, as I work in the Simplify seat, we have the ability to localize and target data based off of where these people are at. So we can target homes. I have many clients that do mailers. You can lump on top of mailers this type of advertising to connected TVs and other devices. And really, again, that's important with making sure that your message lands in front of the right people. And on top of that, not only can we do it behaviorally, but where they're based at, but their demographics as well. So if we know age and gender is important to the type of person that you want to reach, we can do that. And it goes back to how these platforms and what we do at Simplify to being able to target and land the advertising in front of the right type of person, because we know that by driving the brand and getting that message into their hands, we're planting seeds. Connected TV does a fantastic job of telling a story, right? So why is TV so powerful, so impactful? From a marketer's standpoint, you want to tell an engaging story. Many of my clients, when we're doing their advertising mix and media, we're trying to tell a story to a customer as to why they should be using that service or what's the potential benefit, right? So we're trying to connect that brand. That brand has a story. Well, there's no better way to tell that story than through video, right? You're watching this video and it's, again, hopefully connecting with you if I'm doing a good job. But the visuals are there, and that's what connected TV has the ability to do. And we do a lot of that. So we're pushing that message. We're making sure that it's landing in front of these people, but not only landing on their connected TV device, but then that's also going to be found on their mobile devices, on their desktops, on their tablets. In all these different environments, we're building the brand, we're building the awareness so that we can have the ability to target these individuals that are hopefully, starting their journey, or maybe not even aware of you. And we're trying to build that story as to why they should come to you. So again, visually telling that story is why connected TV is so powerful and impactful. So at Simplify, we see a lot of data. So we've had over 14,000 campaigns that we've run within this, running across different types of platforms. And one of the things that I think is important is telling a story as to how successful our clients have been in this environment. So we have lots of case studies. So even, Kenny's Barbecue, which is a small advertiser, has used this type of advertising to land their 30-second TV spots and get people to see it for a very inexpensive rate. So again, when we look at this environment, we're buying 1,000 eyeballs. So imagine for $10.80, you bought 1,000 eyeballs seeing your ad. And so when you look at that, we're driving people to the message, but then we're also driving people to the actual store. And we can track that type of engagement at the store. So again, really fun stuff that we can do with data, connecting the dots in all these areas. And we know that, again, colleges use Simplify a lot for connected TV because we know, again, going back to the behavioral side of it, I have young kids in my house and we're starting to do that, research phase as to where they want to go to school and what type of schooling is going to be appropriate for them. Those are all data points, right? So as we understand people researching and doing that, those data points can be gathered, and then we're pushing the messaging to those individuals that it makes sense to, and we can capture all that data to make sure that those conversions are things that we want to see. And ZTV is a fantastic opportunity to target this inventory and have a mass reach. So as I was talking about earlier within that article, we talked about the fact that there's a real big opportunity to reach more people. And one of the challenges with connected TV is it can be more expensive. We talk about these CPM rates. There are sometimes in some areas, and not to scare you about this, but sometimes connected TV rates can be $30, $40, $80. And so if it's expensive, then it's going to be challenging if you don't have a massive budget. Going back to pharmaceutical companies, they can just throw dollars at it. Within our world, within Simplify, we have the ability to keep lower CPM rates through our targeting. So ZTV is a function of us being able to target these areas and be able to deliver at a lower cost per thousand so that your ads can reach more individuals. Going back to my conversation with my children. They're seeing these ads. Well, what if we started to see more local ads, which we don't see hardly any at all? And so there's a massive opportunity for local businesses, local agencies to really lean into this area and start to promote their businesses and then cross-device target. So I think one of the important conversation pieces is it can't just start and end on connected TV, right? We want to make sure that on mobile devices, on your desktops, on all these different areas, that people are seeing your brand, seeing your imaging, and making that connection across all those different platforms. That's how you win in marketing, is consistency and reach. So if you can consistently reach the right people at the right time, you're going to have a successful marketing campaign. And that's what I get to do. So I get to help businesses. I get to help marketers with making sure that their message is landing in these areas. And we know that connected TV has a lot of opportunity, right? So there's room to grow. So if you're looking to grow your brand, if you're looking to reach a lot of users in your local area, reach out to me and I can connect the dots on how this all comes together and we can make your campaign work. So again, thank you for your time and have a blessed day.